Today we're going to learn to round numbers to the tens place.
When we round to the tens place, we underline to the place. The second step is we go next door and put a box around the next number. Third step is we look inside that box, and if the number is 4 or smaller, the digits to the left of the box stay the same. However, if the number in the box is 5 or bigger, the numbers to the left change up by 1. Let's practice with the number 53. When we have the number 53, we're going to underline to the tens place, which means we underline the 5. Then we go next door and put a box around a 3. We look at that 3 and we decide that it is 4 or smaller, so the numbers to the left of the 3 stay the same. So the 5 tens stay 5 tens, or the number 50. We can look at the number line and see that our number 53, which is what we rounded, had a 5 in the tens place, which we underlined. A 3 was next door, and we put a box around it. The 3 follows the rule of 4 or smaller. The numbers to the left stay the same, which means that our 53, the 5 tens, stay 5 tens, or 53 rounds to the number 50. We're going to try our next number, which is the number 36. Again, we're going to underline to the place, which means that we underline the 3. We underline to the tens place, which is a 3. We put a box around the 6. We look at the 6 in the box, and it follows the rule of 5 or bigger. The numbers to the left, up by 1, they change, which means that the 3 tens change to 4 tens, or the number 40. We can look at the number line and look at the 36 that we just rounded to the nearest 10. We had a 3 in the tens place and a 6 in the ones. We underlined to the 3, put a box around or next door around the 6. The 6 follows the rule of 5 or bigger. Those numbers to the left, up by 1, they change, which means that that 3 changed to 4 tens. 36, when rounded to the nearest 10, changes to 40. We can round to the nearest 10 even when we're working with numbers in the hundreds. Let's look at the number 174. We're going to underline to the tens place, which means we underline the 1 and the 7. We underline to the tens place. We put a box next door. We look at the number in the box, or the next door, and it is a 4 or smaller, which means that the numbers to the left of that number stay the same. So 17 tens stay 17 tens. When we look at the number line, we rounded the number 174. 174, we rounded to the tens place, which went next door to the 4. The 4 follows the rule of 4 or smaller. The number to the left stays the same, which means that the 17 tens stay 17 tens. 17 tens is the same thing as saying 170. So 174 rounded to the nearest 10 is 170. We're going to look at another number in the hundreds. This number is 628. We're going to underline to our place, which is the tens place. We underline to the tens place, which means we underline the 6 and the 2, and we go next door to the 8. The 8 is next door, and it follows the rule of 5 or bigger. The numbers to the left change up by 1, which means that the 62 will change to 63 tens. When we look at the number line, we will round the 628 to the nearest tens. 628, rounded to the nearest 10, we'll underline until the 2, put a box around the 8. The 8 follows the rule of 5 or higher. The numbers to the left, up by 1, they change, which means that the 62 would change to a 63. 63 tens equals 630. So if we round 628 to the nearest tens, the answer is 630. And that, my dear boys and girls, is how easy rounding to the tens can be.